Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to the bench. For just a minute, we're just what we're gonna do. This being the penultimate weekly update of 2022, as it is the 23rd of December, and it's about noon. So I gotta film this, edit this, upload this. We got stuff. Did the day get away from me? No. Did I just start doing stuff when I should have been doing other stuff? Well, that's my nom de plume. So, heading outside with us for today, the guy with the weirdness in his... I think, I've had very good luck with Amazon servos. There's a Flash Hobby in there, right? Yeah, Flash Hobby 50. This one gets a little weird. Almost like it's seeking, but only with the wheels suspended, which is very strange. Anyway, Eddie hasn't been outdoors in a little while. Not much since his build series completed, really. And it's been Jake all morning and yesterday evening, who was my assistant. So I'm not going to say that the Thursday project that couldn't get completed, I'm not going to say it's untested. I had to test it a little. Like, I was testing the concept by building it. I had to prove the concept by testing it. Okay, sure. In the meantime, I've got the I got a snap maker for Christmas last year, which is, I'm usually not a fan of stuff that tries to do multiple stuff, right? Like, you get an all-purpose kitchen gadget and then you never use it. Like, if you need a mandolin, you buy a mandolin. If you need a cheese grater, you buy a cheese grater. You get the specific things, right? So the snap maker is a 3D printer, a CNC, and a 3-axis and 4-axis CNC, and a 3-axis, 4-axis laser. And I'd used the 3D printer a number of times. I've printed out some basic stuff, some bumpers and whatnot. But the wait time on 3D printing is atrocious. I mean, I know you're not working on it, right? So you just set it to print, and like 10 hours later, you have something. And if you've been here before, you know that's not how I operate explicitly. You hand me a sheet of aluminum and give me an hour and I'll make a chassis. So if I want a part, I am a human rapid prototyper. Give me some raw material and I will knock something out. So 3D printing, I was like, maybe it's because the 3D printing portion, because it's a 3-in-1 machine, maybe the 3-in-1, the 3D printing isn't the fastest. Maybe if it was faster, it'd be better. It wasn't like stuff was like super granular or anything. It looked fine. It's just that when you got to a fine setting, it takes a long time. It's not a fast printer because it does 3 things. I tried the CNC portion, and I think there's a idiot to software interface. So I couldn't get it to work, and I broke bits a couple times, and then I was like, screw you, I'll go back to doing it by hand, the way they used to. And I did. And then on a lark, a few days ago, I was like, I've never tried the laser. Let's plug in the laser. I love the laser. I love the laser. The laser is amazing. And a typical cut, burn, takes about 20 minutes. This thing took like, that's literally like 2 minutes to punch one of those out. So, I mean, I just took text and dropped it into the program and out it spit. But I'm loving the laser, and I got to figure out more stuff to do with the laser. And then it's that interface problem where the newfangled softwares. So I finished the thing that started yesterday. And we're going to go around, we're going to wheel around a little bit. Like I say, I'm way behind. And I got into cleaning up. I was trying to clean up the enormous mess I've made. And then I was like, by the time you get this mess cleaned up, we'll be past the time to upload the video. So let's shoot another. Odds are it's going to be as short as yesterday's because, Christmas crunch. Oh, and before we head outside, I'm gonna switch mounts. Oh, cross your fingers with me, everybody. We're gonna try the gimbal again. Teaser for tomorrow. I got another box and another box. Look, and I'm not even gonna show you. Look, here's all you get to see. Look, it's a box, so you can guess size-wise what might be in there. Quick review coming up tomorrow. I need to switch tripods. Then we're gonna go see the absolutely ridiculous thing I built. Oop.
He's not the quietest guy, I don't think. Which is weird. I mean, Fusion Pro basically doesn't make any noise, so it's got to be VFD Twin. I feel like every VFD Twin equipped rig I have makes a different amount of sound. Maybe it's a body, like a big amplifier. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna stop. We're gonna put him in the shade, in the sun, and we're gonna stop me here in the shade. I'm gonna make an effort to get this tripod open. There we go. There's a little bit of it there. Of course, quite a few people figured it out. Variable angle ramp, and I had a completely different idea when I started versus where I ended. I was gonna have like a column in the middle, well, two columns, one on each side. There was gonna be right up here, and then there was gonna be a bar in between that held it. And then I thought, well, you still need some kind of base to drive up on. So wouldn't it be easier to just put in ribs down at the bottom at the different degrees of slope, and then it just acts like stops? And then it was just open ribs like that. So having to drive across that, and then also that leaves this just vertical of like 1.25 inches. So I was like, well, then you can make little filler pieces. And it just happened. This is one of those Bob Ross-esque happy accidents where it just so worked out that, like, you see a bar and a gap and a bar and a gap and a bar and a gap. 3 inches, so the gap and the bar included. Each one steps 3 inches. Every 3-inch step is 5 degrees. So I went off the length of a 2x4, 8 feet. So at the base, it is 35 degrees. Then it goes 40, 45, 50, 55. And I put ribs in stopping at 55, as I thought, who's going to go higher than that? And then in testing, Jake can indeed go higher than that. And then it occurred to me, with the spacing, with the perfect spacing, there are multiple spacers. So with the single spacer in place, which is in there right now, that's 40 degrees. You move over one step, 45, 50, 55, then we run out of spars on the ground. But because all of the spacers are just even increments of one another, if you throw the big spacer behind the small spacer, voila, 60 degrees. And when you look at it right there, 60 degrees is really steep. Now, the side you're looking at right now is, that's 1-800-SHRED-IT, bro.
Shred it, bro!
I just spread glue down, and that is Norton K224 Metalite 80 grit, basically 80 grit emery cloth. So I don't know if you can find a higher traction surface on this planet or any other. Now, also, I need to drill finger holes in these to pick up the panels because so far I'm calling this whole assembly Mr. Pinchy. Okay, we'll start the definition of that. You see it's got little edges that come out here. That was because I thought I might need to drill holes to use like my big 12-inch spikes to spike it down to hold it in place. What I didn't take into consideration is that I essentially used 2.5 sheets of plywood and then the 2x4s, and then what you'll see on the other side of Mr. Pinchy pretty soon. So when you go to slide that base back, keep your fingers clear. The base with the spacers, because the spacers just fit into the base has to weigh 90 pounds. It's got to be right around 90 pounds. The plywood on the bottom, as you can see sticking out, is 3/4. Then the actual apparatus itself has got to be 75 pounds. So that thing's not moving. Now, so it's at maximum incline. Well, it can actually go higher. Let's see if this guy has the angle to get up on here. So as I said, 80 grit Metalite. You can see that front tire. Okay, how's that? It's the gravity is trying to overwhelm the drag brake. Let's get in there. Let's try a follower. Okay, watch that. Watch that front tire. That front tire is up like an inch. Oh, this there's a reason I call this side 1-800 shred it, bro. Tires will have visible rubber tendrils coming off of them from a single pass of this. You can see, I don't know if it's a combination of weight. Like if I hit dig right now, this thing would just backflip off of here. It's actually managing to overpower both the VFD twin and the Fusion drag brake. Jake can hold on this with his brush motor, but he's about 2 pounds lighter than this fella. So I don't really foresee a need to go beyond 60 degrees. 60 degrees is steep stuff, and you have to hit this with, you can tell, like anybody that says I got a rig with no torque twist, get on a 60-degree incline that's covered in emery cloth, and you will find out if you have twist. That tire is still, I could fit 2 fingers under that tire. So I am, ooh, that is, he can just, but what I need for some of the people like class 1s and whatnot, I need an approach. I need an approach ramp. Because he can get on there just fine. Oh, let's try this. Look at Big Overdrive helping. Ah! It helped a little. So, let us take a look at the other side and see where we really fell into madness. As I mentioned, into yesterday evening and throughout this morning, Jake was my test buddy because he was just nearby. I've set the angle to this side a little less steep. I don't think this guy has a CG sufficiently low to handle the angles that Jake can do. Also, Jake has that massive steel bumper front weight. So this side, what I did was, it looks just like the other side, but I built an insert. And with the insert, I took all of those pieces that got cut off when I was making those holiday houses, and I just slathered the thing down in glue and put angly wedges all over it. And we will find out over time. Oh, he's got 45, no problem. We will find out how many of them are not affixed well enough. Though I do see, like, he can go up another stop but I am seeing the front end get a little light. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, that tire's way up. So Eddie, for whatever reason, has got a decent amount of torque twist. Put that tire back down. There we go. Makes a really rewarding noise. It's and here's another cause for consideration of something I had not taken into consideration when I was putting it together. So I can treat the whole outside of it, all the sides of it, all the edges, the bottom, and everything. I've got like Rust-Oleum Industrial in cans. I've got like white and black, and I've got assorted rattle cans. I can treat the outside however, but certain spots like the ramps, the spacer ramps, those right there, and then this face, I've got to treat this with something that's not gonna take the grip level down. And most paints aren't super grippy, so I'm gonna have to, and like I say, that whole section, that's not affixed to the apparatus at all. It's on like a sled and it comes out. It's actually slid down a little bit, but it makes it a little easier for rigs to enter. So let me put it back one step on the spacer and see if Eddie can manage 50. One of the primary goals with it was modularity, because immediately behind this one is, well, he's obscured, is the mortar ramp. You can't even see him. He's directly behind this one. Problem is, no pun intended, that one is set in stone. So, ooh, quite a bit more. The lug noise is getting a little more pronounced. Oh yeah. Okay. So let me rewind here. Figuratively. So when I got to about here, I ran out of the one, and there were two different sizes. As you can see, there's like long ones and short ones. I ran out of those, and then we've got steeper ones. So you can see when he transitions into the steeper bit right up at the top, it really punches his front end up. I need to get some closer. I need to get some zoomed in stuff of that of those tires gripping onto those blocks. Oh, that's nice. I think he might be able to swing 55. Let's try him on 55, see how he goes. I can't currently think of any better uses for old chipping out plywood. See if his bumper, oh, I gotta use a little angle there. Rear bumper just making it up. Okay. Oh, he's on. So this has to be more of a steady approach. Soon as I let off the gas, away he went. Oh. No. 55 is a no. Oh, and that leads me into this. Because of the design of it, you can go smaller increments, because if you have the same size spacer, that's the 12-inch spacer. If you have the 12-inch spacer on both sides, you get 55 degrees on both sides. If you take the spacers completely out on one side and put a 12-inch in the other, you get something else. So we have, and I need to like write up a chart for it, but I should have basically, by using like 1/4 inch shims, I got to cut some shims for it. Using the spacers and the shims and the ability to alter both sides, I should have the ability to make a climb angle in 1 degree increments from 35 all the way till 60 plus. 55 front side, 40 back side, looks a little too shallow, but the bumper got hung up, so let's see. Oh, he's super light in the front. Also, let's get one of these in just for posterity here. As you know what, we're gonna have to wrap this up. I'm super happy with it so far. I see room for, well, finishing, obviously. I don't know about room for improvement. I'm pretty chuffed with the performance of it. What I would like from y'all out there, what he's sitting on right now is basically 15 by 48. This one has a little bit extra on it, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's long enough. It's a long enough structure to test. And if you get some stuff up here at the top, it's enough. These are tall enough that it can kick him over the top. What should I build? I have enough plywood set aside. I can build one more insert, and then I think I can source another piece of something to make a third insert for this side. What kind of inserts should I be looking at? Like, I don't think weight is going to be an issue. I could make one out of like little rocks. I could do whatever, right? I could just like actual sand, like mortar, tile. I don't know. From all the thinking that had to be done to make this, I think my brain is burned up. So here's one thing that we do know. So it's only 40 degree on the other side, give or take. I haven't measured it accurately, but generally when you transition over from this side to the other side, it doesn't end well. Body a little askew there. Yeah, just a little bit askew. Eddie and I and Mr. Pinchy, we all thank you for joining us for this State of the Canyon. What is the state of the rest of the canyon? Still waiting on construction to kick back in so we can finish some obstacles. Man, I haven't had to mix concrete in like 2 weeks. So, like I say, quick review coming tomorrow. I don't know if I will have one for Christmas. It will break the streak if anyone's been paying attention. I didn't upload on Thanksgiving, and I've put at least one thing up a day every day since. So maybe it's a good close of the loop. So no upload on Thanksgiving, no upload on Christmas. Not a lot of views on Thanksgiving as it was. So I'm gonna fix Eddie's body. I am going to take a leaf blower to my workshop, and I'm gonna wish you all a happy holidays and a merry whatever you believe in and whatever you feel. Enjoy your corporate sponsored festival of consumerism, or the religious part, you know, whatever you're into. I've got plenty of cleanup to do. It'll fill the rest. Well, I've got editing, and then I've got cleanup, and that's pretty much going to fill the rest of my day. And then tomorrow, you know, it's the 24th and 25th. Familial obligations ensue. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by the canyon for a visit. We look forward to seeing you in the future. We hope you enjoyed this one. Comment below if just to say, hey man, what's going on? I hope you're weathering the weather, however good or bad it is, wherever you might be. We do indeed hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, I'm losing track of my thoughts because I'm thinking I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I got to do this. So we'll take that as cause to wrap it up. Thanks again, everybody. Happy holidays, everybody. We'll see you in the next one, everybody. Have a good one.